I don't know. I just feel like Donald Trump just proved that people insult others with the parts of themselves that they can't stand. Everybody like projects, right? It's one of the most basic psychological defenses that we have. But with Trump, projection isn't just a glitch. It's his entire operating system. That moment where he went, the clearest example he's ever given to us. He didn't say it in like a performer mode. He wasn't like bragging about polls. There was no weird tangent about his ballroom. There was no pivot into nonsense. He just froze, stuttered, and then reached for the word that came from somewhere that was just deeper and darker. That's what made this stand out. That's why this hasn't gone away. So when people are cornered, their insults stop being like strategic and they start being more like autobiographical. His brain grabbed whatever shame sat closest to the surface for him, and that's being a pig, if it makes sense. Like, he has been called a pig like for decades. Greedy, sloppy, sweaty, undisciplined. He lives in a body that he clearly resents, and he obsesses over appearances because he feels out of control in his own. So the reflex to insult that he used for that woman, who doesn't look like a pig at all, is just the one that quietly described himself. And that's the part that people aren't talking about, okay? Misogyny explains the target projection that explains the choice of his language. This wasn't a political attack. It wasn't a rhetoric strategy. It was an animal brain that was firing before the actor could come back to stage. So you're watching a man who built his entire identity on dominance. He instantly regressed into something that he fears that he is. The same man who bragged about grabbing women, the same man who hovered around Epstein, the same man who rages towards women always spikes when they talk back, think back, or stand in front of him without fear. So the quiet piggy wasn't just an insult, it was a slip. It was a self-report. It was a cycle. It was crazy that it was just the clearest moment we had. And maybe that's why this one is like lingering a little bit. It hasn't gone away, even though he said so many outrageous things, because for once, he didn't sound like a politician or a performer. He just sounded like a man talking in a mirror.